You've seen the headlines a million times, right? Millionaire by 30. It sounds like some kind of fantasy, but what does it actually take to get there? We're going to skip the highlight reel today. Instead, we're digging into the real story, the good, the bad, and the, well, surprisingly unglamorous parts of that journey. Yeah, forget the Lamborghinis and the penthouse meetings you see all over social media. The real beginning of building wealth, it's a lot less sexy. It all starts with a mindset that values future goals way more than what you want right now. We're talking about a world where your most strategic decision of the week is genuinely, and I mean this, which brand of instant noodles gives you the most calories for the cheapest price. And that's the real question, isn't it? When you look past all the spreadsheets and the investment trackers, was the whole decade of sacrifice, of stress, of just relentless focus, was it actually worth it in the end? Let's find out. To really understand how this whole thing played out, we have to go back, way back to the beginning. So let's walk through the key moments of this journey piece by piece. The whole journey can pretty much be broken down into three critical phases. First, you've got the foundation. That's ages 20 to 23, where it's all about building solid, boring habits. Then comes the acceleration, from 24 to 27, and that's where things really start to pick up speed. And finally, the final push, the all-out sprint to the finish line from 28 to 30. So what's really interesting about those early years is that it's a game of defense, not offense. The goal wasn't to get rich quick. It was to build a rock-solid foundation. And that meant getting a safety net in place and starting that slow, sometimes painful, but incredibly powerful process of investing. The biggest sacrifice? Oh, your social life, for sure. Every single time you said no to a night out with friends, you were really saying yes to your financial future. In this middle phase, though, the game totally changes. It stops being just about saving. It becomes about earning and scaling. Multiple income streams become a total obsession. But this is exactly where the real cost starts to hit home. Your relationships get strained because you're never fully present. And burnout isn't just a risk, it's a constant looming threat you're always fighting off. And this is the final push. This is where you go all in. The goal is no longer about small, incremental gains. It's about making a monumental leap. But the sacrifices, they're just as massive. Your mental health is under constant siege from the stress of these high-stakes decisions. And the whole concept of personal time pretty much just evaporates. So, what did I actually learn from all this? Let's distill it all down to the hard-won wisdom from this pretty intense journey. And these aren't just theories from a book. These are lessons paid for with time, energy, and a whole lot of sacrifice. So what are the big takeaways? Number 1, time is your single most valuable asset. You can always make more money, but you can never get back time. Use it wisely. 2, your network is your net worth. The right people will open doors you never even knew existed. 3, learn to sell. Everything in life is sales, whether you're convincing an investor, a client, or even yourself. 4, financial literacy isn't optional. You have to understand the language of money if you want to win the game. And finally, number 5, and this one is crucial, define what enough looks like for you before you even start. If you don't, you'll just be chasing the horizon forever. All right, now that we've gone through the story and the lessons, let's get into the practical, actionable stuff. Here is a no-nonsense blueprint you can actually use and adapt for your own journey. Okay, from ages 20 to 23, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to build a financial fortress. Your main goal? A $10,000 emergency fund. That's it. Don't get fancy with investments. Just stick to simple, low-cost index funds. But your most important investment, it's in yourself. You have to acquire a high-income skill that makes you valuable, something like coding or digital marketing. Now, from 24 to 27, it's time to play offense. The new goal is your first $100,000 in net worth. Your asset allocation starts to get a little more diverse. See, you're not just earning from a job anymore, you're building a side business. The key skills here? Learning to build systems so that your business can run without you watching it 24/7, and mastering the art of negotiation to squeeze the most out of every single opportunity. Okay, now for the final phase, from 28 to 30. The focus shifts completely. It's not about earning anymore, it's about deploying. Your own business equity becomes your largest asset. The goal is the big one, the $1 million mark. And your most critical skill is no longer just doing the work yourself. It's about allocating capital wisely and leading a team to help you grow. So, let's circle all the way back to that original question. And while we're at it, let's tackle the common fears that stop so many people dead in their tracks before they even start. So the final verdict, was it worth it? The answer is 1,000% yes. But here's the twist. It wasn't for the reasons you'd think. The real prize wasn't the number in the bank account. The money, that was just the tool. The real prize was autonomy, the freedom to choose my work, my schedule, my life's direction. That's what made every single sacrifice worthwhile. Now, let's talk about the first big fear I know is on your mind. It's a question I get constantly. Why should I bother saving and investing if inflation is just going to eat it all away? Look, you don't beat inflation by hiding from it. You beat it by outrunning it. It's that simple. First, your income absolutely has to grow faster than inflation. Second, you have to invest in assets like stocks and real estate that have historically done well when prices are rising. And third, be smart with your cash. Don't let huge sums of it just sit in a bank account, losing value every single day. Okay, on to the next big fear, the market crash. What happens when everything you've worked so hard for comes tumbling down in some huge financial crisis? Here's the mental shift you absolutely have to make. A market crash is a sale. It's an opportunity to buy amazing assets at a huge discount. The key is not to panic. A diversified portfolio is your shield, and a long-term, decade-plus mindset, that's your unbreakable sword. And now for the most common roadblock of all, the one I hear every single day. This all sounds great, but I have literally $0 to start with. How am I supposed to build wealth from nothing? Listen, this is the most crucial point. You don't start with capital. You start with a skill. Your very first investment is in yourself, becoming so good at something that people have no choice but to pay you well for it. Your effort, your sweat equity, that's your first form of capital. Use that to build something on the side, and just remember that starting small and being consistent is infinitely more powerful than waiting around until you have some huge lump sum to begin. So there you have it, the whole story, the lessons, and the blueprint. The path is clear, but it is not easy, and it's definitely not for everyone. The only question left isn't how to do it, it's what are you, personally, willing to give up to achieve it? The price is steep. You just have to decide if it's a price you're willing to pay.